Hey, it's Tuesday. So that means it's Tarot Tuesdays with Chris. Yesterday was Memorial Day. How was your Memorial Day? That was alright. I dealt with the hilarity of my neighbors very excitedly telling me that they had fireworks. So I said, okay, cool, I'll keep an eye out. While at the same time engaging in a group chat on Discord. So I peacefully enjoying my dinner in this group chat when all of a sudden, and this is no secret to you, Chris, all of a sudden car alarms start going off. Immediately after, oddly enough, I hear one of the fireworks go off. So I run to the door and I look out just to get a better look. And I was right. When they set off the, I don't know what kind of firework it was, but when they set it off, dude hit another car because he set it off in the parking lot. Now, it's not so strange for someone to set off fireworks in a parking lot. I mean, every time I've gone to watch in my community, it's always been that way. But here's the thing. Sometimes you hit a car. Sometimes that car alarm goes off. And what results is hilarity. So that was my night. My Memorial Day. The day itself was pretty quiet. There were some things. But I think what I'll do is I'll talk about that on my main channel. Anywho. Spirit, could you kindly give me 3 cards for Chris? 3 cards, please. And thank you. 3 cards. 3 cards. I know my hair is all wild. It's sticky outy. But we're going to try not to get distracted by that too much. That's what happens when you wear hats all of the time. 3 cards for Chris, please, Spirit. Please let me know what to expect for past, present, future this week for Chris. Though realistically, we know that time is fluid, and with that fluidity, what results could be pretty far in the past. Not exactly the most immediate present or any time in the future, but that's okay because this gives us an idea. 3 cards, please, Spirit. Man, you really don't want to talk to me today, huh? 3 cards. 3 cards, please, Spirit. 3 cards. It almost came out. I always say, you don't force the cards. They come out when they're ready. And I would much prefer to take cards the Spirit shows me rather than pick my own, because I feel like the cards that I'm given are much more accurate. And because it's like they were meant to come out. So I never force anything. Whoop! Well, that was definitely meant to be there. Let's grab that real quick. All right. That was one card. Let's get some more. Two more cards, please, Spirit, for present and future. Two more. Two more, please, Spirit. Spirit, please guide me to two more cards for Chris for present and future. Two more cards. Ooh. I did ask. I did ask. Okay, well, we got a bonus card, so normally I wouldn't take it, but I feel like I was supposed to, so let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Okay. We got a mixture of things, it looks like. Normally I go with 3 cards, but now today we've got 4. So what I will take the 4th one to mean is a clarifier or an addendum to feature. And we'll just kind of see how that all goes. And go from there. That's really strange. So it doesn't happen very often, but it doesn't happen very often that I get consecutive. That I get consecutive. Now, they're not next to each other, but it is very strange that I have. I'll just show you. So I managed to get 7 and 8. 7 and 8 of wands. So I'm wondering if I know that sometimes okay. So there are these things called angel numbers. And angel numbers are, I mean, they're obviously linked to angels. They mean different things. It all has to do with sometimes patterns. So like, if you get a lot of 5s in your reading, that means something. If you get a lot of 3s in your reading, that means something. If you see the number 333 or any, numbers that are repeated like that, that typically means something. So I just looked up angel number 78 because we've got 7 and we've got 8. And I'm just wondering if if that correlates to anything. And what I found was angel number 78 is a blend of vibrations and attributes of the numbers 7 and 8. It's a message that you are currently on your right life path and are moving towards achieving prosperity and abundance in your life. So that's really positive. I'm gonna go ahead and claim that, and say that that seems relevant, I think. So if you want to learn more about that, I could provide you resources, but honestly, it's just a matter of typing in angel number, whatever number it is that you're seeing a lot of. Just FYI, so angel number 7 is related to inner wisdom, mysticism, intuition, and inner strength. It means that if you see this number, you should have more faith, not only in excuse me, not only just like traditionally guardian angels, but if that's not your belief system, then it's just simply in yourself, in whatever is moving you forward in your belief. And for some people that believe in guardian angels, that they're guiding them, that would apply to them, but it's really just like whatever your belief system is. It's just talking about having more faith in general. And then 8, angel number 8, is about financial abundance. It says angel number 8 brings a message from the angels that financial abundance is on its way to you as you have worked diligently and intelligently towards achieving your goals and aspirations. And your just rewards will be yours. Be grateful for the blessings in your life and for those yet to come. So the overlying goal, the overarching theme here is about faith and gratitude. Take a moment and think about your life and the things that you've gained, the positive things going on in your life, and just show gratitude. Be thankful for the things that you have, and don't focus quite as much on the things that you don't have. Excuse me. So that I feel like that's a pretty good start, honestly. Yeah, I like that. So you almost had like a perfect 7, 8, 9, but you ended up with 7, 8, 10. I don't know that there's any significance to that. I just thought it was interesting. So 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands is in my deck. There we go. It is a lit. It kind of looks like a lit match, honestly. Or some kind of torch. In what could possibly be some kind of forest, or woody area, and it's surrounded by different sticks that in the tarot world we call wands. So since you had it in the upright, it's like you're doing well for yourself, and you're finding that people are noticing that you're doing all right. People are noticing that you're doing well for yourself, and the green monster's kind of coming out. They're feeling um, they're feeling jealousy in such an extreme that they're actually trying to covet what you have. And while it can be well, it's an interesting feeling when you come from a place of lack and then all of a sudden you have success and you're solid, and then all of a sudden people want what you have. um it can, to an extent, feel kind of flattering, um but at the same time it's just really um there's an air of greediness, and it can be a very stressful, intense situation when you feel like you have to compete at this point to keep what you have, to protect what you have rightfully earned. Um, and the fact that you would have to, you would feel like you would have to keep like proving yourself over and over and over again. That's not a good feeling. Um, when it comes to so what I'm getting here is that maybe you are getting more visibility. Um, people are seeing you more publicly for the talents that you have. Um, or perhaps you've had some kind of viewpoint that has gone public, and you feel like now you're going to have to like you're being forced to come up and like defend yourself or debate or something, or maybe you're just being trolled in some way, which is not cool either. My advice to you would be to prepare for this kind of tug of war battle to protect what you've got. Don't take anything for granted. Don't take anything or anyone for granted. And stand firm in the things that you believe, the tenets of your belief. Okay, yeah. I'm not really certain what it is, but I am getting some kind of I'm getting some combative emotions, some combative movements for you. So I think as long as you establish like pretty firm boundaries, with people, or continue to set firm boundaries with people, you'll be fine. But if you don't, you're gonna find that that the situation or the person or whatever is trying to create obstacles for you from getting what you want. And that's certainly not something you would want or I would want for you anyway. Okay. I think that's all I got from that one. The next card you got is the Emperor card. The Emperor card in my deck is a tree, and there is like a dark there's like a dark, like a dark sun, or like something obstructing the sun where you can only see like the outer edges of the sunlight here. So when you get the Emperor, normally normally the Emperor is like a very strong, dominating, fatherly figure. This is like your total alpha male who demands, it doesn't have to be a male, it's just an example, that demands like respect and just like reeks of authority, who just like is very confident, knows what they want, very staunch in their beliefs when it comes to like rules, regulations, guidelines. They just like, they're very by the book. So when you when it's in the reverse, it's more it's more of a question. It's more of a take a moment and think about how power, or your perception of power, and authority rules over you, or how you show others what your idea of power and authority is. So for instance, it can be, it could be that in one part of your life there could be an overuse or abuse or excess of power, of authoritative power, either from you or surrounding you. It could stem from a father figure, a boss, a partner, though I don't think you have one. Just someone around you that is trying to like do some kind of weird power play with you. So questions. Do you feel that you are asserting your power or dominance over other people? In a way that, you know, that would create some kind of weird power dynamic where you would have more than they would, or do you feel that someone is doing that to you? If you do, that's what this card is telling you, to think about that and to reassess that and find a solution where you can lead others from a place of personal power while also enabling them to do that too. Instead of having like this really uneven, weird power balance, because that's not cool. I would only ever suggest those situations in very specific situations where it's been agreed upon beforehand. And even then, honestly, the power dynamics are usually opposite than what people would think they are. That's all I'll say on that one. It could be also that people are trying to look to you to become some kind of leader, and you are shying away from it. You're not into that. You just don't feel comfortable in that kind of a role, and that's okay. That's okay. There are other ways to influence the world around you instead of being like in the forefront or in the spotlight of something. So that's totally okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Whatever the situation is, make sure at the end of the day that you're holding sacred how you feel, your ideals, and you're not betraying them for another person or situation. Because at the end of the day, you still have to live with yourself. So I don't really know what's going on. That's a little wild for me for your present. I hope that you can figure that out. I hope that you come to a resolution, and then I hope that it's a peaceful one, because everyone deserves peace, particularly you. Okay. That's about all I got from that one. So the next one I have here, next card is, and this might be a little difficult. Oh, man, that's not too bad. So the Ten of Wands, is just represented by like either a pile of sticks, or tree limbs or something, or it could be that you're observing it standing up and it's some kind of briar, which is interesting, because both suggest, both scenarios suggest a heavy load of responsibility, and when it comes to the Ten of Wands, it's actually what that's supposed to represent is, you might be taking on a heavier workload at work, or you've obtained some kind of greater responsibility, or there could be something in a personal relationship that you're now worrying about, some kind of extra burden that you're taking on. And a lot of times for me, I get into a situation where, because I'm an empath, I take on other people's burden. And it's fine for a while, but then it becomes much too much, or something happens in my own life, and any little thing extra that I take on from another person becomes too much. So it could be that situation as well. But you do it because you have an understanding that I'm doing this for my friend now, or I'm doing this for a family member now, or whoever. But down the line, when I need something, this person's gonna be there for me as well. So it's okay. I'll just suck it up and do it. The problem with that is, when you take on extra garbage from other people, or situations or environments that you're in, it is very easy to experience burnout. It is very easy to be weighed down. And so, and this is in your future. This is part of, well, it's part of your future. And so I would just caution you about that, because it's already easy being in the scenario that we're in right now with everything going on, to get weighed down by stress and burden and all of the negative mental health stuff. It's real easy. So when you try to take on extra stuff or extra work from emotional work from other people, then that just kind of adds to it, honestly. Take the moment to think about, what do you do regularly that brings you joy or peace? What do you do regularly that you actually enjoy? Who are people that give you less crap, less burden? And maybe put a little more effort into that stuff and those people. Keep working on whatever goals you might have. Because the further you get with your goals, the better you're going to feel, because you're achieving things. Okay. When it comes to the number 10 itself, when it comes to tarot, when you get some kind of 10, whether it's wands or pentacles or whatever, the 10 itself represents a completion of a cycle. So the good thing here is, this is like a light at the end of the tunnel kind of situation. And in completing something can be kind of scary, because it's the end of something. But it's a cycle. So even though it's a thing, it's also the beginning of something. So I wouldn't stress about it too much, because something new, something completely new and possibly wonderful is coming for you. So I wouldn't worry too much. Right now is a really important time for you to focus on the self-care, particularly because of the fact that this is the end of a cycle. You know, it's kind of like you're running a race, and the most tired that people feel is like at the end, the last mile or so. But you know that it's almost over, so you're putting like everything you have into it. That's kind of like what this is. Just remember to pace yourself. And honestly, I think you'll be all right. But so for the last card, and this is the fourth card, the extra goodies that I was given, and you've got the Eight of Wands, and another one of my like fairly gay cards, and as you may be able to see, there's like a circle of wands, and in the middle you have a wand standing up with like a super gay smoke coming out of it, or like a really gay lightning burst coming into it. Either is acceptable, I think. So 7, or not 7, sorry, 8 is, it's kind of like, so the 7 you got in the very beginning, it's saying that those struggles that you had in that period with the 7 of Wands, it's saying that they have basically cleared up, and now you have the go-ahead to move forward with whatever plans you have again. This is like I was saying, like a lightning burst. This is like a huge level of energy to get you moving on whatever your goal is at a fast pace, because like I said, you're almost at the end of the cycle, and this is like you're taking that last burst of energy to get you there to the finish line so that you can get into your newer, possibly better cycle. Because honestly, that's all life is just a series of cycles that we go through to gain new skills, become a better person, learn whatever it is that we need to learn from our past lives, if you believe in that. It's generally just a period of being like really solidly busy, but in a good way. So while you're in this laser focus, I would keep going. I would keep going in whatever it is that you're working on. Don't let other things, outer influences, distract you, because you have a goal to get to, and you won't be able to do that if you get distracted at every step of the way. And I understand. I have ADD, or I have ADHD. I get it. It is so easy to be distracted by every shiny thing. I do it all of the time. Shoot, half my readings with you so far have been like, oh, there's the cat. As you know, and as I talked to you last night, oh, there's the cat. The cat's so cute. Blah blah blah. It's real easy. Is my point. But you have to really put all your focus in here. Take this period and make the most of it, and manifest the crap out of your life. If there's something that you want, manifest it. Go for it. You're a freaking Scorpio. Why not? You have natural intuition in manifesting. So I would do your research, learn, on the basics of manifestation, and go for it. Like, what is the actual harm here? Like, nothing bad is going to come from it. In worst case scenario, maybe nothing happens, honestly, but you won't know that until you try. So, set your goals, figure it out what it is you've been trying to obtain, manifest that shit, and go for it. This is a really good period to do that. And sometimes it can mean like a short-term trip or a last-minute trip, or like something related to business, something that you either want to do or is like a businessy thing. But I'm getting more of this is some kind of project or situation that you want to work on. So I mean, it seems to me like the cards are telling me to tell you to go for it. Which is not a bad place to be in. Yeah. So okay, that was my experience with the 4-card reading. Cool. I hope that that was all helpful. And as always, if you have any questions, you know how to find me. Have a good one.